Hey, fourth grade, if you're watching this video, hopefully you've already solved this and gotten an answer for it. As you watch, you can see, did I solve this the same way as Miss Childry, or did I do a different strategy? You can also check to see if we got the same answer, and if we did, awesome. If not, maybe we can learn from our mistakes, and that's totally okay too. Now, I'm going to start by reading this problem. Nina buys a new rug that matches 3 colors in her bedroom. The rug is a rectangle. There are 12 squares on the rug. 6/12 of the squares are green. 1/3 of the squares are purple. Are there more green squares or purple squares on the rug? The rest of the squares are blue. How many blue squares on the rug? Use numbers and symbols to show your mathematical thinking. Okay, this is a big problem. I noticed 2 questions in there, so I'm going to go back in and underline them to make sure that I don't miss either of them. And then I'm going to reread and write them as a solution statement. So, are there more green squares or purple squares on the rug? There are more blank squares than blank squares on the rug. So my answer is either going to sound like there are more green squares than purple squares on the rug, or there are more purple squares than green squares on the rug. It's going to be one of those 2 because I'm going to be comparing and seeing which one has more. All right, the second question says how many blue squares are on the rug? That's easy. There are blank blue squares on the rug. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out all the information they give me to help me solve these 2 questions. So she buys a new rug. The rug is a rectangle. There are 12 squares on the rug. 12 total squares. 6/12 of the squares are green. So I'm just going to write 6/12 are green. 1/3 of the squares are purple. And the rest are blue. We don't know how many are blue. We just know that after we subtract these from the total number of squares, that will give us the leftover. Rest are blue. Okay. I know what I'm trying to figure out. I've pulled out the information they've given me. Now I think I want to draw this as a picture. So I'm going to draw a rectangular rug. And I know that there are 12 total squares here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw like, how do I want to do this? I know 3 times 4 is 12. So if I make 3 rows and 4 columns, that should be 12, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So I need to fill in all of these with their appropriate colors. Now, the green is the easiest to start with because there's 6/12 are green. I have 12ths, right? This is split into 12ths, and 6 of them are green. So I'm going to color in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, I just realized that 6/12 is equal to a half. Okay, now I know that 1/3 of the squares are purple. The rest are blue. Okay, so 1/3 of them are purple. Well, this is 12ths. So I have to figure out what is 1/3 of 12. Okay, I'm gonna actually like rewind and go back a little bit. I remember when I drew this as a picture. Do you remember this? I split it into 3 sections. So if I shaded one in, that would be 1/3, right? So that's 1/3. But then I split it into 12ths by making 4 sections the long way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I have 12s. Well, how many of them are shaded in? 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't shade it anymore. I just divided it. I divided this third into 4 pieces, but I also divided the whole thing into four pieces. Each third got divided into 4, which made a total of 12 pieces. So I'm kind of thinking that 1/3 is equal to 4/12. If I look back here, if I put these 4 pieces together, and these 4 pieces together, and these 4 pieces together, that's 3 equal groups. In each group, there's 4 pieces. So I think it's safe to say that 1/3 is equal to 4/12. So if 1/3 of them are purple, then I know 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 12 will be purple. Now the rest are blue, so what do I have left over? I just have 2 12ths left over, so I'll color those blue. All right, now let's see if we can answer these questions. There are more blank squares than blank on the rug. I'm comparing green and purple squares. There's more green squares than purple squares on the rug. I was pretty sure that was going to be my answer at the beginning because we recognized that half of them were green. So unless they were lying and there were no blue squares, there was no way that purple could actually have more. But it was important that I did that math because now it's asking me how many blue squares are there. There are 2 blue squares on the rug. Okay, we just answered our questions. I'm so thankful that I wrote these solution statements out first, or else I might have forgotten to go back and answer that second question. Now, if you made a mistake today, that's totally fine. This is such a good opportunity to learn from your mistake. What is it that you did that didn't work, and why did it not work? Do I understand this, or do I need to rewatch it or ask my teacher questions about it? This was a pretty challenging problem, so give yourself a big pat on the back if you got it, and if you didn't get it, that's totally fine. I'm so proud of you for attempting such a challenging problem. Good luck with the rest of your work, and I will talk to you all later.